Hello, everyone. My name's Evil Spirit, and welcome back to the Vulture Culture Podcast with your host, Evil Spirit, RoxyReviews, and Sirsplaysalot. The only podcast where we have one of our
stranger things happen.
You sound very enthusiastic today.
I am very enthusiastic. I do not know what you are talking about. So we are here today with the two co-hosts, Sirsplaysalot and RoxyReviews. Howdy, peoples. How you all doing?
Hello.
How we all?
Can you tell I'm excited?
Oh, I can definitely tell you're excited. You're like,
Well, because you're the one who suggested this.
yeah, today.
Yes, this is my first suggestion of the podcast.
Mm-hmm. This is the.
I love Stranger Things, most of it.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Season 3.
Yeah. Today we were talking about Stranger Things. I have the Wikipedia article pulled up already. Stranger Things Season 1 specifically. The first season begins on November 6th, 1983, in a small town called Hawkins. Researchers at Hawkins National Laboratory opens a rift to the... Oh, wait, hold on. That spoils it. Sorry. Stranger Things... Chill the fuck out, phone. What the hell was that? The first season of the American Science...
I thought that was on the soundboard.
Like
I thought played a sound like a...
No.
You know, one of those small robot toy dogs? I thought that was something you had.
No. had a little trombone.
We're keeping that in.
No, there's no way I'm editing that out. Anyway, Stranger Things Season 1.
That's
the first
going
season
in the episode.
The first season of the American science fiction horror drama television series Stranger Things premiered worldwide on the streaming service Netflix on July 15, 2016. The series was created by the Duffer Brothers, who also serve as executive producers along with Sean Levy and Dan Cohen. I just realized I said episode 8. Oopsies! That should say episode 7. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, there's a Wikipedia article and the sound effect of apparently my sister's phone is...
The xylophone.
Okay. So anyways, what is your guys'...
I mean, I didn't know it was that kind of phone.
It was the other one. It's
a xylophone.
Exactly. So the first question I normally ask before we fully get into this is, what was everybody's first impressions of the show before actually getting into it? Or like our first experience with the show, if we've seen anything about it beforehand. Roxy, we'll start with you, and then we will go down to Sirsplaysalot. Unless, Sirsplaysalot, do you want to start us off?
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, we'll let Sirsplaysalot start us off, and then we'll go backwards. Alright, go ahead.
I think I might have heard this in like late 2016 or was the summer. I don't know. Point is, I just randomly walked into my dad's room, as you do, and he was watching it with my stepmom. They're at the second to last episode. Yeah, and there was the scene where I can spoil things, right?
Yeah, for season 1 specifically, yeah.
Just for season 1. It was the scene where Eleven was floating in the saltwater bath and she saw Barbara's slug-filled corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Slugs.
I think later, sometime next year, I did watch it, but for some reason I started with season 2. And then went back
You know
to season
what?
1.
You know what you're gonna find funny, play a lot?
What?
Well, you'll find it funny when I
like
explain my exposure to the show.
Oh. but yeah, I weirdly started off with the second season, which I won't spoil. This is because the bad man will get me if I spoil anything beyond season 1 for Caroline.
I am the bad one.
Yeah, that was my exposure to the show.
Elon Musk is watching this?
Yo! Oh, goodness. The joke I can make.
Hey,
right
Elon, if you're watching this, fuck you.
Okay.
Genuinely, you were the scum of the earth.
Alright.
Anyway.
Well, if this is used in court one day, if we get used in court one day, oh boy. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Roxy.
Elon Musk is like, she committed the crime of saying I'm a bad guy.
Thought the lift was nice. Okay, anyways, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Roxy, it says your turn now.
It's your turn.
Oh, so when it was first coming out, when did it first come out?
2016.
Yeah, so I was 10 years old at the time. I did not watch it when it was first coming out. But when season 2 first came out, my family members were like, "Ooh, we're gonna watch Stranger Things season 2. It's really good. You should watch it with us." And I was like, "Well, I guess everybody likes Stranger." And I was like, "Well, I guess everybody seems to like Stranger Things, so I guess I'll give it a shot." So then I watched season 2, and then I watched season 1 because
Oh my god,
season
just like
1 was what
me.
everybody actually liked. And then season 3 came out, and I was like, "Wow, this is shit." And I haven't seen season 4 because season 3 killed my interest in the show.
Well, that's valid. Weirdly enough, the first time.
Seriously, season 3, it is one of the worst. It is one of the worst seasons of TV ever, rivaled by Rick and Morty season 3.
Let me look something up.
I mean, it's definitely the first time I was disappointed with the season of television.
Okay. Let me see if I remember.
Anyways, now for you, Caroline.
Hold on. I'm looking at an image of something specific that I remember from my memory. So the first time I ever heard of Stranger Things, weirdly enough, wasn't even like, oh, my parents were watching it, or, oh, a friend recommended it to me. Because recommending a TV show to me is like the worst. Well, it's not the worst thing you can do for me specifically. It's just more of, I don't normally watch TV. I'm more of I watch a YouTube video over TV. But anyways, one day I went to
what about Kung Fu Dino Posse, which is on YouTube?
No. The only YouTube TV show I would watch is like Total Drama. Like that's about it. Anyway, so I know.
Have you seen Hell of a Boss? Wait, yeah. No, you have. I'm stupid. We literally did an episode on it.
Oh God. Anyway, so when I went to my friend's house, they had a copy of the DVD set, or not the DVD set. They had like a VHS of the show, which I did not know.
Wait.
What?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, legitimately. And whenever I first saw that, they were it was my friend's, sisters, and I might text them and ask them if they still have that. But I saw that and I was like, oh wow, this show's actually really old. And they're like, no, it came out like a while ago. And I was like, bullshit. There's no way it just came out. Or it was that early. Like, it's obviously old. Like, it's old. Like, look at the VHS tape. Because I didn't know TV shows still did that. So anyways, I watched, there was, I don't even remember what was on the TV. Because I think they were watching it. But I don't remember what was on the TV. My sister would go on to watch it. She has a poster of it up in her room, actually, of Stranger Things. And I was kind of the opinion of, if I watch this, I feel like I'm going to not like it, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to make a lot of people upset if I say I don't like it. So my opinion was, oh, Stranger Things, a TV show I'll probably never watch because I don't want people to get mad. Well, then, obviously, Sirsplaysalot was like, oh, you should watch it. It's actually really good. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to watch it then, because we're going to be doing a podcast episode about it, and here we are. This was my first time. The only thing I knew about it was it had a lot of 80s references, and I was kind of rolling my eyes. But, hey, we'll talk about that.
You should send this...
What?
You should send this video to your sisters.
Oh,
then.
My sister.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, assuming your sister, watches YouTube and is alive, I guess.
Well, oh my god.
What do you think?
Well, I do have some good news.
All right.
Your sister is still alive, right? I didn't just accidentally.
Yes, she's fine. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Let's say my dad is also alive, and he watches the podcast. So say hi to him. Hi, Dad.
What's up, Sirsplaysalot,
Hello,
Dad?
Sirsplaysalot.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the
And
podcast.
hello to none of my family members.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just immediately. Okay. So yeah. There's obviously a lot that we could dissect, but I think the best point to start at is let's talk about the cast / characters of the show. We'll start with Sirsplaysalot, and let's hear the opinions of like just what do you think of the cast of characters? Like, you have a favorite, least favorite? What would you rate them? You know.
As hinted at in the top 10 video games episode in the Xenoblade section, they're among some of my favorite cast of characters ever.
Mm-hmm.
They're really great.
Yep.
Like especially their banter, which actually feels natural and not at all mean spirited,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually quite common from 80s movies with like rough kids with the mouth of a salty truck driver.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Hey, as for the individual characters, I like Mike, I like Levin, Lucas, Dustin, Joyce, great. So is Steve, especially later on when Steve improves.
Yeah, I remember. I will say this. Since I have seen the first 3 seasons of the show, one of the things I distinctly remember is that Steve was the worst character in season 1, but ended up becoming the best one in the later seasons.
Kind of
Yeah.
excited to see that, to be
Is
honest.
that correct?
In terms of the main cast, all of them are great. Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy, you go.
I have nothing to add there.
You
I
can't
guess
just
we'll
do a
add, like,
I guess-
which one's our favorite. I guess we'll say which one's our favorite then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess my favorite in season 1's probably Hopper, actually.
Yeah, Hopper's cool. I guess I like 11 the best. Like, she has cool powers.
I'm sorry.
She's sweet. She's also ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the bond she has with Mike. It's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you give a praise to the show, my first thought is, and then season 3.
Then season 3.
Don't worry, we'll burn that bridge once
Yeah.
we get there.
Yeah, once we get to season 3.
After we cross it, of course.
And then we learned the day season 3 attacked.
It's like a
But
psyop.
for now, let's just stick to season 1 and all the praise we have for it.
I will say my favorite character is also 11. I feel like 11 is just like at first you don't know who this character is at all. You're like, oh, hi there, random person, and then like later on it's like she's actually being tracked down by
How are
these.
you today?
You actually see that she's being tracked down by these very like weird people because they're obviously the ones that we see in the very beginning in the lab. And I like that. I do like how the show kind of builds up with that. Like it's really interesting.
Yeah, also, I like how.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Also,
And they
also like how
they kill the guy who's helping
escalate.
her. They needlessly kill the guy who's helping her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
I also like her powers escalate.
Well, because Men in Black
the
hadn't come
usage
out yet.
of
They
them.
didn't have the neuralizers.
Like in the beginning, we see her just stop a fan, move a fork or two. And then at the end, she's like making people's brains explode from the inside. That's sick.
I would love to do that to somebody.
And that's assuming that somebody has a brain.
I probably
to
shouldn't
begin
have
with.
said that online.
well, hey, you didn't say who it was. We just all kind of connect the dots. We're all like, Ooh. Okay. Another character I really enjoyed were the opening kids. You know, I can't. For some reason, I'm drawing a fucking blank, but they call him Toothless. I really like him.
Dustin.
Dustin was funny, especially when he fucking flirts with Nikki. Your sister's like a tiger. I mean, because like instead of the show focusing on like a bunch of kids that are like, you know, the popular ones or the kids that like they grew up together and they're all besties or whatever. I'm glad that this show shows like the nerd side, and I guess honestly that is one thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that this show really does emphasize on like the nerd culture to the extent. I hate saying that, but I mean I'm not wrong when I say it. But like they really do
Yeah.
emphasize on the
They
whole.
embrace it rather than make fun of it.
Yeah.
Or portray it in a bad one, like in
Why was
Onward.
liking stuff ever stigmatized? Anyway.
Simple. It's because uh you don't like sports, haha, kill yourself, and then that's about it. Like that's how it normally went. And it was weird because like I asked my dad
like
if that was
sports.
ever like
And you know what?
oh sorry.
I don't like sports. And you know what's funny is that my family has time and time again tried to force me to like sports by continually forcing me to watch sports with them instead of doing other things that I actually want to do.
I think another thing about it was just the fact that like the first time when we meet the kids, they're all playing Dungeons and Dragons. I like that because and then it's like, oh, can they spend the night? No, because I mean we all had that time with the kids. Whenever your friends came over and spent the night, we had a good. I mean, you know, it's just nice. I like what they've done. The kids are also not really annoying. Like, you know that's always been my issue with TV shows like that, like where they have like kid
Well,
protagonists.
the only one that ever annoyed me was Lucas, but even then, I still understood where he was coming from.
Yeah, I
It wasn't
understood
even
where
a
he's
it
coming
wasn't even a
from.
matter of well, this
Even if
guy's
he comes
crazy. It
off
was
as a
more of
bit
just a
harsh
case of this guy
sometimes.
doesn't know what we know, and from
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
he knows, he's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I like the characters. Like, cause aside obviously Steve, because Steve's a fucking prick. Especially whenever you first. Like,
I am Steve.
oh,
This guy's such a tool bag.
I really hated Steve whenever I first saw him. He's easily the one of the worst parts.
Steve!
I mean, I'm glad that he gets better from what you guys are saying, because I have still yet to watch season 2. But you know, obviously we probably will. We'll get to it, people.
He and Dustin are the only two good parts of season 3, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow, really? Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah,
one?
and
Oh, sorry.
which is good because they spend most of their screen time together, so it's them playing off of each other really well.
Nice. All right. Well, at least I got that to look forward to. Everything else, I'm just probably going to be like, thanks. Oh yeah. You remember?
Oh, I know what. I
What were
know
you asking,
what
Caroline?
specific scene is going to make you
Oh.
sigh so much you give up on the show.
What were you saying?
Because it did the same thing for me.
Caroline, what were you going to ask earlier?
Oh, I was going to
Who's
ask.
that?
Isn't there a character named Eddie in the show that appears in season 3? Or am I? I'm probably mistaken.
I think so.
I could be mistaken. I don't know.
No, he's in season 4. Let's focus on season 1.
Okay, no.
That's what this episode's about.
Sorry, my bad. I just remember that's like that. I remember someone telling me it's like, oh, you know this character, and they showed me a picture of him. Like, you are showing me a fucking stranger. Who is this? That's about it. Anyways, so
Stranger Thing.
oh, Stranger Thing.
Stranger Thing.
Anyways,
But yeah, no, we are not moving on past season 3. We are like bowler hat guy right now. Let it fester and boil inside.
anyways,
Don't let it go.
Don't let it go. Isn't that a Star Wars reference? Anyways.
Heed my advice.
No, that's
Don't let it
Meet the Robinsons.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess now we can actually get into the plot of the TV show itself. Sirsplaysalot, you can start us off. What do you think of the plot? For like, I mean, it's like every episode is focused around this. That's how I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's really
It feels more like a 6-hour movie than a show.
Yeah, I think they were going to make it a movie originally, but they had so much. They want to expand the characters more, so they made it into a TV show instead.
All right.
Which is good because the plot is really great. It feels lot fleshed out. Pacing is good. We focus on each character exactly at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And when they all come together at the end, it always feels satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of satisfying, even the ending, which leaves you desiring more. Well, they probably they did leave some mysteries open, which great because it actually did get a season 2,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think they were
To be fair,
planning.
though,
Yeah,
it's if even if they didn't get a season 2, it would have ended strongly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Just
still a satisfying
people are all
ending that
like,
leaves you
"Oh, well, I
wanting
need to know
more.
what happened after that. After Will coughed up that slug." No, you didn't. You did not need to know that.
Yeah, or what happened to 11 after she entered the Upside Down. Like, I mean,
What happened to 11 after she exploded?
exactly. And, yeah, I mean, go ahead, Roxy, or Sirsplaysalot, if you still have more you want to say, go right ahead.
Let's see, what I mentioned, great pacing, satisfying, focus on the right characters. Yeah, I've covered the major beats. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Roxy, go ahead. Floor is yours, girl.
Okay, well, I think the whole thing of having like a large cast of characters who are doing their own plot lines all related to the same mystery, and each of them is figuring out different aspects of it. I think that's really cool. And I like when they all merge together. Just my problem is if 11 was just going to blow up the monster using her powers anyway, what was the point of Nancy and Jonathan figuring out the monster and what it was weak to anyway?
Well, they
You
were
know?
waking it up, making it soft, so that when 11 came to finish it, it would be easy peasy. So
Lemon
that's
squeezy.
probably
She
wasn't their
blew it up
intention.
using her mind. That doesn't. That's not like. It's not like she punched it to death.
Yeah. Though to be fair, I don't think they were planning on it having the monster escape. They were planning to kill it right there.
Oh
So it
yeah,
was a little,
yeah. I know that. I'm just saying that since
yeah.
it did escape and they didn't kill it, and them weakening it had nothing to do with how it was actually killed. What was the point of Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve's plotline?
Probably, honestly, just kind of to give them something to do, because they also knew about it. I mean, even though, did they know
They
about
still
the
do a lot.
point? Yeah, they do a lot in the show. Even, like, I mean, weren't they on their own? Maybe they thought that Elle couldn't do it? I mean, I don't know. But I do like the fact that this show, I mean, that they, okay, so my opinion on the plot, if you're done, Roxy. I just want to say my opinion on the plot.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I do like the plot. I like the mystery aspect of it, because we as the audience know what happened to I almost said Will, but fuck. I'm sorry, it's been like a week.
Well, we know we sort of know what happened to Will.
Yeah. That's I'm so sorry, guys. I'm out of it today. My head hurts so bad. Anyways, but we didn't know what happened to Will until we seen what happened in until like a little bit later on we see that he's in the Upside Down.
Just and I thought of that. Yeah, they did throw us off a bit with the red herring of thinking he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Only discover it later, like, no, he's in another dimension.
Yeah.
He's not a ghost.
Woo, he's a ghost. Um, I think what makes it even better is the fact that we see someone else be sucked into the Upside Down and they're dead. Like Barb, like I like that. I like that they kind of show that that's what happens when you go into the Upside Down. It's like it's not just it's okay, everything's all peaceful. No, there is a great chance you will die, and I like that they show that instead of it just being a normal area that the characters can go to that's just a little bit different. No, you can die, and it does not seem fun when you die in the Upside Down. I like that.
Your body will be filled with slugs.
Exactly. Ugh.
Eat slugs, Malfoy.
It's so gross.
Oh god.
But yeah, I like that. I even like the fact that they show like everybody trying to do their part to find it. Joyce uses the light to try to communicate, then starts hearing him on the walls. I like the fact that most of the characters, like, nobody's useless, and I'm glad that nobody is useless. Like, they don't, like, nobody's just doing something for the sake of doing something. Aside Steve trying to get into Nancy's pants was so fucking annoying. It pisses me off every time I think about that because it's like, really, like now you want to, like, anyways. But luckily, if Steve does get better, that's obviously a good thing. I hope that's what happens. But anyways, it's just cool to see that everybody does their part. It's not just one person doing it; everybody's helping, and I like it. It's nice. It's sweet. And then at the end, when Elle sacrifices to go and save Will, and then gets trapped in the Upside Down, I like that. Now, I did hear because somebody named Trevor spoiled it, but I know what happens in season 2, but I will not spoil it here. You both know what I'm
Did
talking
he
about.
accidentally spoil it?
Huh?
Oh boy!
I don't think that's something Trevor would do intentionally.
No,
Okay, let's just say this. You know how Anakin's sacrifice is made worthless by Palpatine surviving? That's not what happens, but the same principle applies.
he didn't do it intentionally. He was talking about Toy Story 4 or Toy Story 5, sorry. He was talking about Toy Story 5 and he says that what they want him to do is to do what season 4 did, not what Stranger Things season 2 did. So, I won't say in any context because there's no reason to. But yeah, the plot is really good. A lot of great characters, a lot of great characters, a lot of good story beats. The one thing I wanted to bring up though is the theme of the show. As we stated, it's more horror related.
What theme?
The horror and
the theme. I was beatboxing earlier.
no,
I never
I
skipped
thought when
the
you said
intro.
theme, I thought you meant like lesson to be learned.
Oh no.
The thematic messages.
What lesson is there to be learned from Stranger Things? Force brain pop your enemies.
Exactly.
Dear
No.
Tim and Molly.
Oh goodness. But no, more of the horror elements, like the theming and like basically just what happens in the show, and you're like, oh yeah, this is
it's
great.
I did watch New Rockstar's Breakdown recently, and yeah, said that it takes a lot of inspiration from like Stephen King and some other horror aspects from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the font of the show has the same font as the Stephen King cover that you would find back then.
Pretty interesting.
Well, I assume that's also why the bully character is just like an actual fucking psychopath. Like
yeah, that's
Stephen King.
Another common trait of Stephen King stories. All the bullies are psychotic killers for some reason.
I mean,
but the guy had such a poor childhood. Like, yikes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like the theming. I mean, it's great. They do. It's a good.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the theme of like the horror elements, with the mix of like, it's not just blatant horror. It's also like subtle jump scares at times, which is nice. They don't always have to be a jump scare fest.
Also, a nice, quiet suburbia theme of the 80s.
FNAF. Sorry, that was last episode.
In a small town like that.
Sorry, go ahead.
It makes it seem nice. Almost makes me wish I grew up in the 80s. Almost.
Speaking of...
I was about to say discrimination.
Oh, come on. At least
well, I mean, you would be immune to it.
I mean, yeah, I'll say almost because I don't want to end up like one of those anti-woke people.
You don't want to be like Heels on Babyface? Oh, come on.
But granted, I don't think... Though, to be fair, I don't think everyone who grew up in the 80s ends up like that.
I mean, look at...
Well, my dad is like... He's like, they put lesbians in Star Wars. Lesbians don't need to be in Star Wars. And I'm like, okay, straight people don't need to be in Star Wars either, you fuckwad.
No, they do. You don't understand. The liberals are taking... Okay. Anyhow, I wanted to bring up the fact
Well, I
that
mean, R2D2 is the only straight character that matters. When he plugs himself into those ports to mess around with the ship's fins, that's very heteronormative. But to be fair, he's pretty good at it.
anyways, the next thing I feel like along with the theming of it is the fact that there's a bunch of 80s references. I don't know if there is as much as it is in season 1 because I hear that later on in the show there's like a fuck ton. So
There's literally a scene in season 2 of the characters playing Dragon's Lair.
yeah. I mean, as I brought up Dungeons and Dragons, do you guys have anything particular you want to bring up about any of the references or not really?
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Like
I want to play Dungeons and Dragons at
they're
some
done in a
point.
very natural way. I feel
Mm-hmm.
since I think your bedroom back then probably would have all these posters of like Dark Crystal, The Thing, Jaws, Evil Dead. Same with the music. Like, God, they use the music so well in so many ways.
Yeah. They do a good job with the music,
Actually,
which helps with the atmosphere.
I just realized the universe that you described where you're like heels on Babyface, that's actually the Upside Down.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh
That's
no!
Um, I wonder if the show, like with the theming and stuff, I think we should also talk about the next big thing I've written down here. The VFX and the set design, how it looks.
Oh, they did not age well.
I thought they looked pretty good, even today's standard.
I still think they'll. Yeah, the sets all look great. The visual effects look pretty good, especially when you get to the Upside Down.
Oh yeah, the Upside Down.
I still okay, rewatch it and still believe that I've just entered an alternate universe.
Yeah, no,
And they do a good job at hiding some of the flaws of the Demogorgon's CGI with all the flickering lights, which makes sense as that's how it enters our world.
Hell World, welcome. Sorry.
And another little touch I like is how they didn't explain how the lights worked from Will's perspective. They just showed it, like
Yeah.
when Joyce walked around her house and Jonathan sees the lights glowing.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. And not everything needs to be verbally explained to us.
Yeah, they could just easily just do that.
Don't you see? I want to see the scene of Will just running around throughout the house and tapping on the lights to make sure they glow.
As Fairy Godmother said, use your imagination.
Exactly. That's all you need to do. I think what makes it even better.
It's like people who say that. It's like people who say that Buzz freezes for no reason in the first Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
Use your imagination.
I do want to say though, one of the things I really did like about this movie specifically is the use of show. I call it a movie. My bad. With this show is the fact that they really nailed it. Like as we stated, the '80s aesthetic is really nice, but like the props they use, they don't just like use like today beer, but like they slap on something, and it looks official. Like they like they manufactured these props. Like they all look good, and obviously in a TV show they kind of have to, otherwise why would you watch it? But like,
yeah, and they did the research too with what commercials would be playing at the time.
Yeah, which again is always nice and appreciative because, like, I mean, not everybody's going to be like knowing every little detail of a movie or TV show, especially of like what time period it is. But that is like something where if you watch something like, say, I'm trying to think, like if a movie's supposed to take place in the 1990s, and you're watching it, and it's like, oh well, like they're driving a car that wouldn't be made like a couple of years later. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but
Harry Potter, despite taking place in the 1990s, Harry Potter has a bridge that was built in the year 2000 that gets destroyed by Voldemort's minions.
Exactly.
Even the smallest details are good, which didn't think it would bug me, but in Black Widow, don't know if you saw it, but
yeah, I know
the opening scene of that movie takes place in the 90s, yet Yet Natasha, as a child, is holding a Twilight Sparkle toy from the 2010s. Oops.
Yep. God. Should we do an episode on Black? No. I fucking hate Black Widow.
No, I couldn't even finish that movie.
You know,
Hey, you know, Hopper is the guy who played Hopper in Stranger Things is in that movie.
Yeah, here he plays some washed-up
He
Captain
play-
America parody.
he plays.
He plays Captain Russia.
No, he.
I don't think that's what he's actually
No,
called. but
his
that's
name is Red
basically
Guardian,
the case.
and he's going to be reprising that role for both the upcoming Thunderbolts movie and Avengers Doomsday, which
Yay!
I can't wait to talk.
I made people watch Cheers for 5 hours.
Watch what for 5 hours?
Cheers, you know, because the casting reveal.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, oh man, I really want to do an episode just talking about the casting choices. I just want to rant about that. I'm sorry. I know. Look, I do the Stranger Things episode, but at the end I want to rant about that because I'm so pissed about it. Anyway, okay, but for now, back to Stranger Things. Yeah, back to the aesthetics and everything. Looks great. The 80s aesthetics works well. Just as long as they don't completely push in your face and they're like, hey look, you're in the 1980s, hey look, you're in the 1980s, hey look, you're in the 1980s, hey whoa, Ghostbusters, wow, oh my god. I don't want that. If I get that, I'm gonna get pissed. Like, I mean, if they just
Funny you mention that since they do Ghostbusters in season 2.
Yep, I was about to say.
It's only for like one episode.
Don't tell me it's in my face.
It's
It's
their Halloween costume.
Oh, okay. Halloween costumes are an exception, but not the rule. So I will let them get away with Halloween costumes. But I don't want it to be a whole, guys, look, Stranger Things, they referenced the thing I liked, and let's all clap for them. Yeah. And then, I just don't want that, please. I beg of you, don't do this to me. Anyways, anything else I wanted to say? Anything you guys want to say about the effects?
I did not think they were all that convincing. Like, the animation on the Demogorgon looked a little, I guess, choppy. But not that ruins the show or anything. I don't really care if an effect looks good. I just want the writing to be good. But that doesn't, you know, if you're going to ask about the effects, I might as well give my honest opinion. And, like, oh my god, the effects of when Eleven, like, levitates Mike after he jumps off a cliff look fucking terrible.
Yeah, I was rewatching that. Even my little sister thought it was off looking. Like, they filmed him in front of a green screen.
Do you guys feel that way? Watch Full House. There's an episode where Danny and Joey are trying to convince Uncle Jesse that it's okay that he's having a kid. And then alternate, like, evil versions of themselves appear because, like, Jesse's fucking hallucinating. And then it's so stupid saying that out loud. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Yeah,
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring up Full House for some reason. I mean, they both take place around the same time. Alright, now on to... I thought this would be interesting to talk about. Do you guys feel like this is the peak of Stranger Things? Now, I'm asking you two this because I haven't obviously watched the other seasons, but I want to know, is this the best seasons of Stranger Things, and would you recommend it to anybody else? Or would you say that the other seasons improve upon season 1? It's a weird question, if you need me to...
So you need to keep in mind, I haven't seen season 4 because season 3 killed my interest in the show, which should already tell you what I think about season 3. And season 2 felt off. So yeah, I would say season 1 is the first and only good season of the show that I've seen so far.
All right.
I'd have to disagree. I kind of am a bit biased since season 2 was the first one I saw.
Sorry.
But I think season 2 is pretty good still. Can't get to why yet, but spoilers.
Yeah.
And like I said, season 3 was a big disappointment to me. I feel like I do plan on rewatching it soon, and I feel like I might have the same intense hatred for it as Trevor does with Dial of Destiny.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, what I remember of season 3, it is awful.
Man, that's not giving me much.
And season 4,
oops, sorry.
season 4 was a pretty good. Still had a few cop outs, Palpatine moment. I didn't say that.
Say
But yeah,
What do you mean, like season 2 then?
no, season 4 did it worse. But other than that, season 4 is pretty good, and I'd still recommend the whole show, even the upcoming season 5, which we haven't seen yet, but we're building up to.
Is anybody hyped for season 4 in this call? I'm just wondering. I mean, I'm not trying to be like
season 5. I am.
Sorry, yeah, season 5. What about you, Roxy?
And
go ahead.
No.
Okay, go ahead, Sirsplaysalot.
And
I mean, to be fair, once again, I haven't seen season 4 yet, but according to everybody else, season 4 redeems the show. So I probably should be looking forward to season 5, but I don't even really know what to believe about season 4, given how awful the third one was.
Well,
then
we'll
again, my favorite movie series is Shrek, so I'm not really in a good position to talk here, am I?
You're really not.
Well, believe me, just like how Shrek Forever After improves upon the third, season 4 improves on season 3.
Man, like, I really realize the third entry of anything, whether it's a season of a TV show, whether it's a movie, whether it's a video game, it's either like the absolute best or the absolute worst of the trilogy.
I feel like everybody's noticed that before.
I mean,
think about it. Star Wars Episode 6 is the worst of the original trilogy, and then Star Wars Episode 3 is the best of the prequel
I'd
trilogy.
say
And then
weakest.
Rise of Skywalker.
Most imply Episode 6 is bad, which it's not. Far from it.
I never said it was bad. I just said it's the worst of the 3.
Yeah, you said worst instead of weakest, and worst implies it's bad.
I mean, worst is technically still a correct word choice.
I was even going to bring up the fact that
you're right, just not the one I would use personally.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, I get what you mean. One thing I was actually going to bring up is the fact that Roxy, you said that you hated you hated Crash Bandicoot 3, and you think it's the weakest of the original trilogy. Metal Gear Solid 3.
I hate Crash 3, but I don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. And then, so on and so forth. We can go on about that forever. Everybody hates Shrek 3, and people hate Karate Kid 3, even though I think more people have warmed up to it thanks to the popularity of Cobra Kai, but that's a story for another day. And
Harry Potter 3 is the most Harry Potter 3 is everybody agrees Harry Potter 3 is the best movie in that series.
What else?
Last Crusade, third Indiana Jones movie.
Toy Story 3.
Yep.
I think Toy Story 2 is the best one.
Oh, wait, is this the first one that is it's the middle ground? Wow, that's a shock. I'm trying to think, what else?
No, I think Toy Story 3 is the weakest of the original trilogy,
wow.
Actually.
Oh man, I can't wait till we talk about Toy Story 3. Jeez, that'll be an episode, alright. I mean, I guess it really depends. Do we dare even think of the idea of doing a Toy Story 3 episode? Do you guys want to we gotta still do Toy Story 1. We didn't even do... I'm over here you guys just want to skip all the other ones? Let's just talk about Toy Story 3.
I mean, we're still going to talk about one for its 30th anniversary with Trevor.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If Trevor... Hey, Trevor, or Everett, if you're watching. Hey, why don't you guys come over here? Guys, we need to play Ace Attorney.
Trevor probably hates me.
For unknown reasons. We don't know why Roxy is hated by Trevor. We'll never understand why. Anyway.
They all watch him be like actually my number one fan. They all hated me. Hey Roxy, want to collab in one of my videos?
They all hated me. God, that.
Anyways, back on topic. I forgot what you were
Oh,
going to talk about,
oh, we were
Caroline.
talking. We were talking just about like any hopes for like the upcoming stuff. I'm looking forward to season 2. Season 1 left a pretty good impression on me. I don't really know what else we could talk about unless there plays like you have anything else you want to talk about.
Well, how intriguing did you find the mystery? And
I
do you
mean,
think it was well put together?
the mystery, obviously, I would think the mystery's good, but here is the one thing I will say, and this is a very personal thing. I think the mystery is 100% better if you don't know what happens, rather than you see what happens.
If the show didn't show Will getting captured at the beginning.
Yeah, well, some of my favorite game franchises is like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa and those kinds of games where the mystery is like you don't.
Kinda,
Oh, what's up?
yeah, mystery is good, but I think it arguably gets better when on the rewatch when you can pick up on all the clues and clever foreshadowing.
I guess so. I mean, you're not wrong there. I'm just saying that for me personally, I would rather the show not say what happens. Like, I do like the fact that like on a rewatch it's well more put together. Well, like that's what I just prefer. So that's why I was just kind of like, I wish
Oh,
they
you
didn't
know
show that,
what?
but that's just a me thing.
I guess here's a question. Since I guess I'm taking the lead with the questions here, since Caroline can't think of any. Uh, what did you guys think of the villains? And we'll start by when we're talking about the villains. We'll start off with the actual villain, Dr. Brenner.
Um, Dr. Brenner, isn't he like the main scientist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
the one that Eleven calls Papa.
Oh yeah. He's
That
intriguing.
manipulative
I say he's the
bastard.
actual
Yeah.
villain because he's way more like thematically tied with the main characters. The Demogorgon feels more like an obstacle they have to overcome.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting. I thought he was interesting.
Yeah, they did a good job at making him hateable,
Yeah.
along with his assistant woman. I forgot her name, Karen.
Karen.
She definitely talks like one.
Yeah. Fuck those.
Who shot that guy for no reason?
Yeah. All like the people who work at the
Leave no
lab.
evidence.
Oh. All the people who work at the lab, they are obviously the most hateable part because, and like I think like a villain's good when you hate them. Like I mean, you definitely need villains that are hateable because otherwise, why would like I mean, like I'm trying to think of like a villain that like I fully hate. I mean, I'm obviously like Gygas. I guess I hated Gygas because he was evil, like pure evil. But then like you'd get a character like say, um,
Thanos, who just who thinks that he's in the right.
God, no, but like you know what I mean. Like I like the villains that are like you root for their downfall. I love those kinds of villains, and I think that this show does a good job.
Like Elon Musk.
Yeah, like Elon Musk. We all
Ruins-
pray for his downfall.
He ruins my life, though. He ruins my life.
Let it fester and boil inside you. Don't let it go.
flow through you.
Yeah, but I think everybody gets what we mean when we say that. Yeah, no, I like him. He's cool. As in, he's evil cool. Unlike some villains that are more sympathetic, he's obviously just flat out a piece of manipulating dog shit that I hope gets stepped on like an ant.
I guess a good comparison would be Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Because he also manipulates everybody around him.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
any other villains. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sirsplaysalot.
No, they would argue Brenner's more hateable since seeing how he like tortures and experiments on a little girl who he took away from her mother.
Yeah. Just to abuse her and manipulate her into doing something truly evil. And that's what makes it so interesting. Instead of like, I mean, again, that's why, like I'm just gonna say this: Hollywood has a problem with making villains completely like trying to make you sympathetic towards them. I hate villains like that if they're not done properly, and I'm glad Stranger Things doesn't really do that. You're more sympathetic to the people who are being hurt by these people who are evil, rather than like an actual villain. Like I like actual villains, like I mean Scar or uh, so on. You know, you can
Scar,
name
Ursula, Jafar,
Ursula,
Dr.
Solo.
Jafar,
Facilier.
or as I said, Gygus. But you can even say to an extent you hate Sephiroth, and you have to hate Sephiroth because, and also just the motive of like what you see they do, like her, like you see
I
11.
think Scar
Oh, sorry.
also fall into the archetype of villains you love to hate because of how gleefully evil they are. Which another good example would be Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie, who taunts you throughout the game in
Oh,
her
Okay,
lair.
you know what? I feel like we're getting really unfocused right now.
All right. Well, who's the next villain that we should talk about?
Uh, then I guess the Demogorgon, because that's the other
His
big enemy of the season.
the design of it reminds me of a clicker from Last of Us.
Oh, I was
I
just
think
gonna
that's
say the
what they were
design makes
going
me think of a
for,
flower.
especially with the upside down being all with spores flying around everywhere,
Yeah.
wherever that
Yeah,
stuff was.
I think with it being like a decaying plant-like dimension, I like that the monster looks like a flower.
Yeah. And I do like that. It's creepy, it's spooky, and it's scary. Skeletons.
Especially when it's
But it also makes it look human enough to be uncanny when its
Mm-hmm.
face is closed.
yeah, I was about to say when his face closed and you see him walking towards Will at the beginning, it remind me a bit of Slender Man actually, especially
Oh
within the
yeah,
woods.
definitely got those vibes from it. And
So
I
when are
like
we
it.
going to talk about the Slender Man movie?
Why the fuck did they do that movie so fucking late?
You remember how that exists?
Why did they do it so
Yeah,
fucking late? It's like
I
the
watched
FNAF movie.
YMS's review.
Oh,
That made me want to see it even more.
did you watch it?
No, not yet.
Have
Might for
fun.
October.
Oh, have fun with that one. Oh. Um, any other like the Demogorgon? Like I like how they have one villain who's mostly just, you know, evil beast character, and then you have, to an extent, mad scientist.
Then you have the conniving guy.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that it's it's like two of evil people, and I love it. They do a good job with that too, and I think that.
Oh, they're also connected because. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
And they're also connected because Brenner's experiments are what led to this even happening in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
And that it reminded me of that scene where the end of episode 6 was like, I opened the gate, Mike. I'm the monster. No, you're not the monster. You saved me. They all just group hug, like, oh, it's so sweet.
It's so
Friendship in
wholesome.
this is so sweet and genuine.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We should talk about each plot, I guess.
No, I feel.
So how should we divide it? So we have the plot with the Will's friend group. Then we have Joyce and Hopper, and then we have Jonathan and Nancy, and Steve, I guess. He's
Yeah, the
also
love
there.
triangle.
Oh, I love love triangles. Yeah, let's start with the love triangle. I think it's really stupid that how that all started was because Jonathan put a coat over Nancy, and then Steve over there was like, "Ugh, stupid whore," and then started like completely being a dick about it. And I get like Steve is not supposed to be a nice person
Yeah,
right
he's
now, but fuck.
right now, but he took it too far. Especially when he taunted Jonathan, like,
You know
I'm
what?
not surprised what
I
happened to
guess
your
we should talk
brother.
about him because Steve is the other villain of season 1.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck
He's a
Steve.
redeemable villain.
At least he gets redeemed, but man, still, fuck him. Why is he always like? I mean, I get like he's a teen and all he can think about is sex.
Actually,
But my God, I
I
hate.
just thought of it. we have 3 different types of villains, like in Puss in Boots 2. The redeemable one, the asshole, and the obstacle.
You're not wrong. Like, I mean, that is this show. I mean, and I'm glad that Steve, from what you guys are saying, he gets redeemed. But man, that does not make him in this show so unredeemable.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
do
My
him any
question
favors in
is,
season
why the
1,
fuck,
unfortunately.
when Jonathan was going around with the camera, why did he think it was a good idea to take pictures of a pool party with other people?
yeah, which because he did that, we also learned that Barb was sent to the
Hey, it was a
internet.
good thing eventually because he shot a picture of the Demogorgon unintentionally.
Yeah.
No, I know why that. I know why it's plot relevant. I just mean, why did he decide to do that in the first place?
I guess he was just curious since he was
Gooner
watching
material.
from a distance.
Gooner material. That's why. bro just wanted to goon. That's it.
Speaking of that pool party, another thing that new rock stars pointed out in their video is like the difference between Jonathan and Nancy at first, with how Jonathan listens to more obscure music from the time, while Nancy listens to the more mainstream stuff, which I thought was neat.
That is interesting. I didn't even think about that. I guess that's just to show that they're two totally different people. The popular person and the nerd to the extent. Which I like. Glad they do that instead of just trying to go... Like, I think what really started getting on my nerves about a lot of movies that I've watched recently, like, for example, Grease and so many more, is the fact that they always go the popular kid and the other popular kid get together at the end, and it's all this big happy ceremony, and it's never for like the little guys. The little guys are normally the ones being stepped on or made fun of in the hallways. Mean Girls and all these other movies.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Roxy. Go ahead.
No. Keep going. I accidentally interrupted.
I'm just saying, I never really liked the whole trope of this kid's a nerd. Let's all make fun of him, laugh at him, and like, I'm glad Stranger Things doesn't do that because obviously their main characters are nerds, but like the thing is that's different from them is like they're young, so it's kind of like a lot more people can be like, oh well, they're young, so of course they would be nerdish. But like, what makes it so annoying is the fact that like, you see Jonathan, who, yes, I think it's weird that he was taking pictures at a pool party, but like, he does get made fun of, and then to a point he get fucking punched and kicked by Steve, gets fucking ass beat because Steve thought that they were an item, but yet, like, I mean, okay, look, breaking the camera, yeah, Jonathan had that coming, but beating the fuck out of him, I mean, come on, like, if you really thought he stole your girl, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan was doing most of the beating, actually.
Oh, did I get that switched up in my head?
Yeah.
God, I am really off my rocker.
And again, Steve took it.
Provoked Jonathan, and then Jonathan fought back.
And yeah, breaking the camera was, I guess, valid, but again, this whole slut shaming and saying like, no, I'm not surprised what happened to your brother. Yeah, that Steve took it too far there.
Yeah, it's such a dick thing to do.
Okay, why is my heart rate so fucking high right now? It's 125.
I jump scared you, and you didn't even notice. That's why. I FNAF jump scared you.
I'm trying to do slow breathing exercises right now to try to slow it down.
Valid. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Steve. Because I don't have much else to say. But that's just because I feel like I'm a little off today. But anyways, do we have anything else we want to discuss about the show? Should we move on to our final thoughts?
I wanted to mention with the...
Sorry.
Oh, what are you going to mention?
I forgot what I was going to mention. Never mind.
I'm so sorry. Now I'm the one doing it. No! That used to happen to me a lot. Anyways, I was going to say, we can discuss which is our favorite episode.
I did not think about that at all because I just thought of it as a big movie.
Kind of same. I will say, I am way more akin to the first episode, because that's where it all gets started, and you're like, oh shit, here we go, shit's finally hitting the fan. But also the final episode did kind of make me emotional. Trying to think. What was the episode with the pool? That was a good one too.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Also pretty good. Let me think.
I don't think I could pick
What
a
would have been
favorite.
my favorite? Yeah, they're all great.
Yeah?
I'm actually having a hard time choosing a favorite now.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, I guess, you know what? So, since we talked about the Nancy, Jonathan and
Oh
Steve
yeah, we were going to talk
plotline,
about
what
the
about,
other plot lines. I forgot.
yeah, what about the Joyce and Hopper plotline?
Hold on. You guys go ahead. I'm going to have to type this down real quick.
Yeah, that's also pretty good.
I
Especially
think it's
like,
the best plotline of the show,
especially like
honestly.
when Joy like flips out, like yells at her ex-husband, even at Jonathan. Like the acting in general is great, but man, Winona Ryder just kills it with her performance, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get the feeling, like you always buy that she's a concerned mother, not knowing what's happened to her child.
Well, also what helps is the fact what also helps me like that plot line especially is because it follows the two smartest characters in the show so far. Like they seem to get what they seem to, you know what I mean? Like they definitely pick up on things easier
Faster,
and
yeah.
faster than everyone else.
Yeah, and
Hopper especially, is he just knocks out everyone, every guard he sees.
see someone, wham!
Like Hopper's badass.
I do like also that scene where they're, when he escapes and he was wired by the government, and he just fucking, didn't he just beat the fuck out of everyone to escape? Or am I fucking up on that too? I can't remember what he did, but like I just love how he was wired.
No, I
and
think the
he was like,
government captures him and puts him back in his home with pills on his table to make him think he's gone crazy.
oh yeah, that is right. Fuck sakes. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, those guys are really evil and they do a good job of making you hate them.
Yeah. They did.
I wonder if watching Stranger Things is part of the reason why I don't trust governments now. Or maybe it was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Blah, blah, blah. Science.
It's bigger. And bigger means better.
Exactly. Yeah, but the characters and the plot line. Well, the plot line, yeah, because I was trying to remember what I had to say about it, but I was trying to piece together. I like the performance, and I like the fact that like, the brother was also at the around the same time was freaking out because he was supposed to be home, but he took more extra shifts. So when Will got captured, the mom's just now extra stressed. I like that. It's nice. Again, the show's cast and characters in this is really fucking good, and I really do like them. And I can't wait to see what season 2 does with the relationship as well, because they could totally expand upon it fully. So I'm excited to see what they do.
Oh yeah, and our last plot point, the nerds. The ones we relate to the most.
All I can say is that,
and that's also great.
Sorry.
Let's see. I think most of it I've said before, like actual like banter that doesn't feel mean spirited, like genuine drama.
Yeah.
And arguing. Of course, the occasional sweet moment. Like now, I'm just thinking about when Mike introduced Eleven to the folding back chair. I forgot the name of it. And of course her love for Eggos. That's also adorable.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, it's reminiscent of the 80s with E.T. eating Reese's Pieces or Mac drinking Coca-Cola.
Stuff we all did as a kid.
Okay, I'm going to go get water. I'll be back in a second, and then I'm definitely going to try to lay down and get my heart rate down because, like, once again, why the fuck is it so high right now?
Again, I jump scared you, that's why. A FNAF jump scared you. Go watch the last episode if you haven't watched FNAF. Or wait, if you haven't watched the FNAF... Again, I'm sorry that I'm so off today. I don't know what happened.
At the time we were recording this, they released the FNAF 6... I mean, FNAF... Fuck. The FNAF
6.
2 trailer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. Is because FNAF was episode 6.
Do they have a FNAF trailer planned to release soon? Please tell me they don't. I'm not ready for
They released it today.
What? They released the FNAF Movie 2 trailer today? What?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say before I messed up my words.
No way! Dude, I was so distracted by the Nintendo Direct. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, hold on.
Okay, Dustin.
Oh, shit. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to this right now. I don't care. This is staying in. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna listen to it. Or watch.
Hey, what?
Did you...
Roxy's back.
Roxy, did you know that they announced the FNAF movie 2? Like, they showed off, like, the first teaser?
Yeah, I know that they announced it. I saw that they posted, like, an image or something.
They have a teaser for it. Oh, it's this December? Oh.
Yeah. And, well, I guess while Caroline's watching that, Roxy, what are your thoughts on the nerd plotline?
Who's this guy?
On the what plot line?
The nerd plotline with Mike and 11 and Dustin and Lucas.
It's pretty good. Sorry.
You're good.
But yeah, I thought it was cool to see how each of them reacted to 11 differently. Like, Lucas didn't trust her at all until near the end.
Yeah, when she flipped the truck,
right,
van, whatever, that awesome.
Alright, hold on. I gotta make a call real quick. I'm just gonna mute myself. You guys...
I guess it's just two of us until then.
Yeah, you guys can keep talking. No, you guys...
But yeah, no, I feel like you guys already explained it well enough earlier.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Also, like when she broke the bully's arm, gave them what they deserved.
They got it.
Yeah, that was immensely satisfying for me since I was immensely bullied. Not by murderers, of course.
Oh yeah, no, so was I.
I was gonna make a joke and say I was bullied by a murderer, but I wasn't. Never mind. I'm not.
Well, that's because you didn't grow up in the 80s.
Dude, I had a creep who was like Steve, actually. He was like, "Hey, I just told everybody that the two of us are dating," and I'm like, "What the fuck, man? What? No, we're not."
There has been so much shit released this week.
I told the teachers about that guy, and they didn't do shit about him.
Oh hell yeah, they did it.
There's Caroline. We're about to say what is your? We're gonna ask you first. What do you think is the most badass 11 moment in the season?
When she blows up the monster's head, that is by far my favorite part so far. I love that she blows the fucking head off that stupid bastard. Cause you know what they say, you get what you fucking deserve. Blam.
Oh, you mean the people from the laboratory? Oh yeah. Wait, you mean the Demogorgon? Never mind.
No, the Demogorgon. What? Yeah, the people from the laboratory was pretty cool too. But no, the Demogorgon's death was awesome. And I thought another cool scene in another cool thing 11 does isn't really like cool wise, but I like the fact that she starts off so wholesome at first, and then she turns into a fucking monster. or not a monster, but like you see like what she can truly do. Which
Yeah,
is awesome.
she's not the monster.
She ain't the
Yeah,
monster.
speaking of which, what do you?
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you now. What are your thoughts on the nerd plot line? That's the final
I
one
mean,
you haven't talked about.
oh, I was just gonna say about the nerds. The nerds. Um, the best way how I can describe them is they're just what kids were back then, you know? Like, it's weird to explain,
Yeah.
but one of the things that. Guys, Earthbound reference incoming. But in Earthbound, like, that was one of my favorite things about Earthbound was the fact that you got to technically be a kid again. And to the same extent, in this game, you do become a kid again. And, oh, you see what kids used to do back then. Like, I mean, yeah, kids still go out, kids still go to. Okay, I don't think as much as it was like back then, but you know, there was obviously people back then who went to like the bowling alley or the arcade and played fucking Dragon's Lair on the. Actually, does anybody actually know if there's any arcade that still has Dragon's Lair? Probably not.
I don't think so.
No, from what Trevor said a while ago, there were only like 3 Dragon Slayer machines left on the planet. Sad.
What happened? I guess that's still wait no.
Well,
That's
because Dragon's Lair as an arcade machine is fucking abysmal.
yeah, but like I don't know.
Had to run on Laserdisc, what I've heard.
There is a Laserdisc version, isn't there? It's like I don't know what it's called, but it's like there's like a Dragon's Lair 3.
You know, Dragon's Lair is on Letterboxd. Dragon's Lair is on Letterboxd, by the way.
Isn't it because they were
Wait,
going to make a Dragon's Lair movie?
Yeah, with
No, I mean
Ryan
like the
Reynolds, I
actual
believe.
game is on Letterboxd.
Oh, just the game? That's fucking weird. But it's like, I mean, again, like that the nerds plotline is cool, and the fact that they would go all this way to save their friends just really builds the connection of like they love their friends, they love their love their friends as in like they care about them, and it's just nice. It's better than like what most shows do now, which is the whole like, oh, these kids are super athletic and they do so much shit. It's like, you know, just some kids back in the 80s, they just wanted to go hang out with their buddies, go to like a baseball field, or maybe not a baseball field, but you get what I mean. I think everybody here understands what I'm meaning. It's just cool.
The baseball field fits since Sandlot.
Yeah. Because Sandlot was a very popular movie, wasn't it? I feel like it was. I watched Sandlot.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say about the nerd plotline. They're cool. They're fucking hilarious, especially Dustin. Dustin's one of my favorite characters. He's just fucking hilarious. I don't have much else to say. The nerds plotline's probably one of my favorites, just because I just like them. They're fun. I'm just worried to see what they do in season 3, but you know we don't gotta talk about that. Let's not worry.
The season 3 episode just the season 3 episode releases. It's 6 hours long.
Man, why the fuck they do this shit? The fucking god! Hollywood, why? And it's like it's not even Hollywood's fault. I'm blaming Hollywood.
Hey, this.
Who wrote this? Anyways, are we?
Yes. Is that everything?
Is that everything we wanted to discuss?
I think
So let's
get on
go our
to
overall thoughts and rating.
Yeah, let's talk.
Starting with me.
Yep.
Which still great season. So a great start to the show. Great. It's just for ratings overall, I'm gonna give it a 9 or a 10. I love it that much.
Wow.
We'll see if it eventually makes it to the favorite shows list. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge.
I'd probably give it an 8.
Roxy.
I'd probably give it an 8. The whole plot line with Steve.
Dragged it down for you?
Yeah. And like once again, the Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve plot line doesn't really matter anyway, because once again, they don't beat the monster by taking advantage of the fact that they weakened it. 11 just walks up and explodes it with her mind.
I have my thoughts. I say this show's about 4. No, I'm kidding. Not that low. No, just be a dick.
And it's actually negative 17.
There was one scene that I didn't like. 0 out of 10. Does not recommend. Anyways, nah. For real though, if I had to give this show a ranking, honestly, 8 out of 10. I don't think I could give it
Oh.
much higher than 8 out of 10. But I did enjoy it. Hope season 2, because if season 2 is much better, maybe we might have a contender for that top 10 best shows list. Haha, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, honk, honk. But yeah,
Well, top 5
top
actually.
5. Yeah, not top 10. God, Night Terrors. Anyways, everybody's gonna be like, "Why are you so upset about the top 10 list?" The uploading process was shit, which is why we took a break. We're taking a break this week. The FNAF episode will come out next week, and then I'm telling you people this because I just need a break.
Yeah,
I'll get the
Yeah.
other episodes edited and stuff. They'll be done, but I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna wait to
and
upload them.
hopefully by then we'll fix episode 5.
Episode 5 is actually being re-uploaded as we talk. So
Ooh!
yeah, so I actually hold on. I could tell you what percent it's at right now. I started uploading it on Monday. It's Wednesday. It's at 62%. That's how long it takes to upload these things. I deserve a round of applause and $50 million in the mail. I'm kidding, but thank you. But yeah, I think this show was good. Okay, I still want to rant about this, but I don't know. Should I just rant about this or no? Do we wait?
Oh, rants about what specifically?
About the new Marvel cast announcements for Doomsday. Did you
Well,
guys?
we'll say that for after. Say that for after the streams. I mean, not stream. Fuck, the episode's over.
Okay, well.
For now,
All right.
we're gonna review next week.
Oh yeah, I forgot the schedule is a part of this. Schedule. Yeah, let's talk about the schedule. The schedule for next week. The next thing we will upload is Men in Black, which will be the one that Roxy picked. Episode 9 will be Plants vs.
We already recorded it at this point.
Yep, it's already recorded and it's ready to go out. I just gotta edit it and probably get that ready to go out.
Is there a Men in Black? Oh, sorry. I
Oh,
was gonna say, is there a Men in Black video game?
yes, there is. There's also a Stranger Things video game, but
Oh no!
to be fair, also it was on PS1. Also to be
No! We have to play Crash Bandicoot 4 for the Stranger Things video because you go into alternate dimensions.
I will
No!
say, originally I did plan for this episode to have gameplay of, of the hold on, I actually have the game still down on my phone. Stranger Things 1984, but to be honest, I did not want to sit here and play a mobile game for a couple hours that isn't Plants vs. Zombies 2, so sorry, everybody, that ain't happening. My apologies. But
Speaking of Plants vs Zombies,
oh yeah,
after Men in Black is
episode 9 will be not only us talking about Plants vs. Zombies, the very first one, that was also on one of our top 10s list. Who knows? Go watch the video. Why haven't you watched that video yet? I just re-uploaded it. Go watch it. Get out of here. Anyways, not only that, this will be the first podcast episode with a very special guest, a guest that we inadvertently teased, a guy who exists. And actually, funny thing, tomorrow we will be recording that episode. By the time we're recording this, we are recording this on April 2nd. And then tomorrow, April 3rd, we'll be recording the next episode. So, if you guys are excited, hey, you don't want to miss it. That's next week. You clear your schedules. Don't go to work. Come on. Is work really that important? Come on. Be honest. You know it's more important to be here. Other than that, though, episode 10 will be the top 5 best sequels list, which is crazy. Also, I was going to ask, but I completely forgot, so I'll ask now. Are we still doing episode 11 as Spirited Away? Can we lock that in yet, or still only a maybe right now?
I
Depends.
think that's
Roxy,
still a maybe.
It depends if Roxy can watch it on her own time or not.
Okay, I was just making sure. If it's still a maybe, then maybe we do Spirited Away, or Sirsplaysalot does have another pick. So don't worry.
I'll only say what it is if we can't do it.
Yeah. So you guys better be there for that. If not, I'm sorry, but
We'll come to your house and
break your bones.
get you like a fish.
Exactly.
Not really.
We'll break your arms in half.
We're not pirates.
I'm not part of the mafia, by the way. I'm not affiliated with these two.
Yeah, you are, Roxy. You're the head honcho.
You're the head honcho. Coming at my daughter's
You come
wedding.
into my office and reveal that I'm the head honcho.
I do have to explain that. So originally episode 8 was not supposed to be Men in Black. Originally it was supposed to be Family Guy Season 1. We switched it because we were doing this episode. And because we were doing this episode, we
I wanted to do 2 TV show episodes in a row.
Yeah. So we'll be doing Family Guy Season 1. I was going to say at a later date, but that'll be episode 12. And then hopefully episode 13, since Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out in a couple months, we will be talking about Donkey Kong Country Returns. I would rather us talk about DK64, but we can't because DK64 is not available.
Because Nintendo hates it. Doesn't want to put it on N64 online.
Oh, Nintendo, why do you wound me so hard? But yeah.
Although good news is, for the GameCube lineup online, they don't have Melee.
Woo! I was gonna make a joke.
No Melee. No Melee. No Melee.
I was gonna make a joke and say, did they? Because I didn't see all of it. Did they put on like the little scroll list? Did they put that they were putting Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on there?
No, but I did see Chibi Robo, so Scott the Woz is happy.
Okay, well, if Donkey Kong and Jungle Beat comes to that fucking platform before DK64, I might actually blow up a plane in Minecraft. I don't think there's plane in Minecraft. I'll blow up a ghast in Minecraft there, even better.
What if they? I can't wait for them to put. I can't wait for them to put Donkey Kong Beat Your Meat on.
Oh my goodness.
And Donkey Kong Bongos, which has All-Star. I'm not kidding.
Donkey Kong Bongo is more like Donkey Kong
Bananas.
Bone or.
I'm so mad.
I mean, he will shower you with coconut cream pies.
I'll shower you in coconut cream pies. Oh God!
And that face, like they knew exactly what they were doing with that scene.
And then episode 14, episode 15 have both been picked. Do we want to reveal it or shall we wait? It's up to you too.
I mean, if we're announcing episode 13, then sure.
Episode 14.
Plus, I did already use 15.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Episode 15. Episode 14 will be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, starring Johnny Depp. You know who I fucking.
Well, you didn't have to specify because the one with Gene Wilder is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Why do they have two different names? You don't have to have two different names. You're the same movie. One of you are just a remake. Like, you don't have to... Okay, whatever. I'm not going to get into this.
It's not a remake. It's just a different
I
adaptation.
don't care what it is. I'm mad that we got to talk about it. Why? I don't know. Just angry about it. Anyways, and then episode 15 is picked by
15 was my
Sirsplaysalot.
pick. That's being our top 5 favorite TV shows of all time.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. This is going to be...
I'm actually going to rewatch a bunch of TV shows to prepare for it.
I feel like...
See which ones
Oh, sorry.
will stick. Because, just a tease, I already have like 3, 2, and 4 planned out, but not 1 and 5 yet. Let's see. But we'll see that in the far future.
Yep. I still need to pick episode 16, and so far down the list, we won't reveal anything else. The store's closed. For now. Maybe you guys will be like, oh, I wonder if they'll talk about my show. No. You don't get to know what's coming up. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Lastly, I wanted to mention that currently, I want to do this. I'm going to tell you guys this. We will do a Marvel episode. You don't know when. You don't know how. You don't know why. But we're doing a Marvel episode.
We don't know what.
Yeah, we're doing a Marvel episode. We will do it. I am going to make you guys watch a Marvel movie. I'm not going to say which one, but we're going to talk about a Marvel movie on this podcast. So
If it's fucking Black
Quantumania?
Widow, I will sever your nerve.
what? Wait, hold on. Why are you going to sever my nerve?
Well, because that's
If you
what
make
happens
us
in
watch
Black Widow.
Widow.
The villain's too stinky for her, so she has to slam her face into a table so she can't smell, and that for some reason makes her unable to be controlled by his stinky powers.
So fucking stupid. Oh,
I'm not joking. That's in the movie.
don't
Yeah,
worry,
I know.
we're not talking about that movie. But we will be talking about a Marvel movie. Hey, I didn't even say if it was going to be part
Iron
of the
Man
MCU.
2, baby.
Iron Man? No.
Morbius.
No, God. What? You
I
all are
swear-
acting like I'm going to
I
put you guys
swear
through
if
a
I
fucking
have to
gas
watch-
chamber. You guys are like, oh my God,
I
they're
have
going
to
to be
watch-
talking about Morbius. I'm like, no!
If I have to watch Morbius for a third time, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, don't worry, Roxy. It won't be Morbius. I'm really debating on which one now I'll give you. Maybe I'll give you guys X-Men. That movie's actually pretty good, the first one.
Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3.
No.
It should be Spider-Man 3.
I'm not doing Spider-Man 3. Why? Because
Da-da-da.
I thought for a minute you started... I
The
thought for a minute...
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No. You guys are acting like I'm going to pick, like, the worst movie ever. Like, oh yeah, I'm going directly... Oh, what?
I just now thought of this. How come the outro of these episodes always goes on for so long?
I've said it before, but they go on for way too long. We should just
Okay.
stop now.
Okay, well, since we're going to do that, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast. If you want to find any of us, we all have our own links down below. Thank you for watching, listening, and/or... Wait, I fucked up. Whatever you do with these episodes of the podcast, we will see you guys next week on another episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
You know what? Please comment what you do while listening to our podcast. It can be anything.
I swear to God, if you put anything down there, even remotely dirty, I will break your hand.